The next section is on dividing radicals. And here we're just going to break it up, so we would have the cubed root of 8 over the cubed root of 27, which would just be 2 over 3. And then this next one, I would suggest that as long as they are both under the cubed root, that I would go back and write it as 32 over 4. And 32 divided by 4 is 8. So I would have the cubed root of 8. You can reduce the fractions there if possible, and then you just end up with 2. Now our next part is on adding and subtracting radicals. Before we can add and subtract, we have to get them in our very simplified form. So I'm going to take each one and simplify it. So 5 times the square root of 8 is 2 times 2 times 2, or pulling that out, 5 times 2 times the square root of 2 is 10 times the square root of 2. Now this next one is really 1 times the square root of 2, so I'm going to just write that down below. And then the square root of 27 is the square root of 3 times 3 times 3, or bringing that out, we would get plus 3 times the square root of 3. Now, in order to add radicals, you must have exactly, it says up there, the same radicand and the same index. So our indexes here, the square root of 2 and the square root of 2 are the same, and the number under the radical is the same. So we add the coefficients. 10 plus 1 is 11 times the square root of 2, and then 3 times the square root of 3. They are not like terms, so that would be our final answer. And then this next problem, we're going to take a moment and just do quite a bit of simplifying here. 192, if I get that broken down, I would have the cubed root of 3 times 4 times 4 times 4, or 4 times the cubed root of 3. Again, 375 is 125 times 3, so I would have minus 6, and then breaking down 375 would be 3 times 5 times 5 times 5. Bringing that out, I would get times 5 to the third root of 3. And then the last one, 54, if I break that down, it would be 3 times 3 times 3 times 2. So I'm going to write that above. I would have the cubed root of 3 times 3 times 3 times 2, or bringing that out, I would have plus 3 times the third root of 2. So simplifying, I'd get 4 times the third root of 3 minus 30 times the third root of 3 plus 3 times the third root of 2. Well, these are our like terms, so we subtract the coefficients. 4 minus 30 is negative 26 times the third root of 3 minus 3 times the third root of 2. So we've done multiplying, we have done dividing and adding and subtracting of radicals, along with looking at all the properties with no variables first.